Hi, everyone. I am Roswell Royce Laurie, and to cool folks who love to bachata. Yeah. I still have no idea who those people are, but they did a good job, man. Clapping, 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 clapping for almost a year now. I don't even know if they're on my Facebook. Anyway, welcome everyone to the summer edition of Live with members of Cool Folks Who Love the Bachata over the world. Yep, this entire summer we have been going live from California to New York and to Australia to Paris to Ohio to name it. Cool Folks Who had an opportunity this entire to go live with me. So they had the advantage to tell you guys a little bit about them, their events, their perspectives on life, and so much more. Sadly to say, yep, today is the last interview for the summer of 2023. Then Cool Man Who Loves the Bachata is taking the entire month of August. Yeah. So no more interviews until after Labor Day weekend. Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm not 18 no more, and I need at least like a month to like recuperate. So I'm gonna spend a lot of time with my family this August, do some traveling. Speaking of traveling, yes, okay. My friends, Central Movement here in New York City, they're having the Weekender event this upcoming weekend in New York. So I will be there. Yes. Next weekend, the following weekend, my first time, I'm going to art. I'm planning to go to the Rasa, my friends, Melody and Miguel and everyone else who's going to be there. It's my first time. Following week, Boston. Here I come. After that, DCBX, Yes, I'll be at the DCBX event. Thank you to Lee. Lee has offered discounts to members of Cool Folks Who Love the Bachata. Guys who have not purchased your tickets yet, please let me know, or please get a hold of Lee. Let him know that you're a member of Cool Folks Who Love the Bachata. I got the discount code for you. So I look forward to seeing all of you guys, uh, including Tabitha, I'm going to say, at the DCPX event. Well, by the way, Tabitha is going to be the person that I'm going to interview, and she's blessed. You know why? She's blessed because they always say save the best for last, and I'm saying save the prettiest for last. As everyone knows, I got a crush on Tabitha, and she knows. So I decided to have her do the last interview of the summer of 2023. So it's a blessing, it's an honor to have her, and she's going to come live with me in 2 seconds. But before I bring Tabitha quickly, thank you guys, all of you guys who went live with me this entire month of July. It was a success. Thank you for all of those who went live with me since like the beginning of this year. I know it was like a last minute turnaround, get your schedule, get my schedule, a lot of technical difficulties on my side. So guys, it's been a struggle, it's been a battle, but you guys are super, super, super loyal. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you guys. And those of you who are planning to go live with me in September, get ready. Get your pillows, get your blanket. Sorry, I tried to do interviews under an hour. It's not working out. 8 hours the max. 8 hours. So get ready for the fall of 2023. Okay, Tabitha, I know you have to go soon, so let me stop talking and let me bring you on. Okay, Hola,
Hello.
Tabitha. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I can't help myself, but you are. I'm just not saying that. That's like 1,000 lawsuits against social media. Like,
Well,
you
thank
can't
you
say
very
that.
much.
But you deserve. You are. You are. And when I first met you, I mean, I was super shy to ask you for a dance. So what did I do? I come. Hey, Tabitha. Hey, I'm Roswell. What, can
Yeah,
you
you
dance
did.
with me, please?
Yeah, I remember that.
And I looked at you. I'm like, oh my God. I wish like heaven. I hope angels look like that. No, honestly, I want to apologize. I want everyone to know that Tabitha and I were supposed to go, but because I never had an IT course, we had to reschedule it for today because I'm not that. I look smart, but I'm not really smart. But goodness of Tabitha's heart, she said, Roswell, you ain't going without you, like, interviewing me. I'm like, okay, we'll do it today. The last day of the month, so I'm like, okay, to save the best for last. So I'm honored to have you. Okay. Okay. Now
Thank
I
you. I'm
know,
honored to be here.
yeah, now Tabitha, now I know she has some family stuff to do soon. So Tabitha, so can you a little bit about yourself, please?
Okay. Let's see. What do you want to know?
We'll say that for after the interview. I mean, I don't want
Uh-uh.
to get I don't know.
You're terrible.
I don't know. People that don't really know you, or I mean, what I always say this. Here, check this out. Check this out. It's one thing to share a posting on social media and it has your name and your event, but it's a total stuff to actually go live and talk and tell people about you guys. So this is the beauty of having you guys live. So I'll leave it up to you. You're the boss. You're the manager. Freebie. Go ahead. I'll leave it up to you. What would you feel comfortable sharing with everyone? A little bit about
Okay.
you,
Well,
yourself, your events. It's
well,
up to you.
yeah. I'm from Baltimore. Tabitha Heights. They call me La Salsa Sensei.
Okay.
That's what my students call me.
Okay. Okay.
Um, I run Baltimore Salsa Dance Company and BSDC Latin African and Cultural Dance Institute. And this year we're coming up on it's our 15-year anniversary for Baltimore Salsa Dance Company. So we're getting ready to celebrate that. Yay. August 19th.
Okay.
Um, and we specialize in Latin dance instruction for salsa, bachata, um, different styles, salsa on one, salsa on two, traditional bachata, urban bachata. We also have dance teams and student teams in the Baltimore area. and I pretty much I teach in the DMV area in Baltimore and within the DMV area as well. We also go out to different events as far as like corporate events, as well as school and educational facilities to teach our dance styles as well. It's myself, and I also have a group of other instructors as well that's along with our team.
Wonderful. And you did it so nice. I like that. It's like you're so to the point. I like that. You should be interviewing me because you're so concise. I like that. Um, August 19th is right around the corner. Um, how in advance, like, it takes, like, to get ready for the August 19th stuff? Like, when it comes to planning, Tabitha, as you know, and most people know, I'm bad with planning stuff. If that was me and I know August 19th is coming up, I would begin planning for that event August 18th.
I'm glad that I have a good group of people, a good group of team members on our side that will help us along with that. I have somebody to help us with decorations. I have some of our team members are going to help us out. We have our DJ, who's Sabroso Killer Joe, is going to be there, taking running up the music. We're going to have our salsa, bachata, cha cha cha. Everything's going. We'll have a few of our teams performing at the anniversary event, and we're it's not gonna be a super huge event. I think I'm gonna save it for next year because we were trying to do some other things. I'm trying to get another building for my school right now. We're in the middle of trying to separate it. So our anniversary event is also a fundraising event for our building fund for our new school. As of now, our school, our studio is shares space with my clothing company because last year we had to move from the building that we had for 13 years and combine those buildings together with my clothing store. So it's a little tough trying to hold both businesses in the same location. I have to bring out all the sewing machines during the daytime. Then I have to roll everything back to the back before dance classes start. Yeah. So
Wow,
that's a little
that's
challenging.
a heavy
It
role.
can be a little bit that's a bit challenging. I teach sewing classes during the day, so I have a whole different business outside of dance. I sew, I do custom clothing, alterations, and also make dance costumes for a lot of dance teams, as well as for all of my dance teams as well. So I'm a busy lady.
I can say that. I mean, I can definitely say that to myself and everyone. You see, this is one of the main reasons, Tabitha, I wanted you and the rest of members from Cool Folks to come live with me so people can know about this. Because, in the postings you guys share, all of the stuff you said, I don't, like, only maybe one fourth of it can be there, but you guys have the opportunity to share it. So thank you for sharing that. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah.
Sewing is, yeah, well, I'm thinking about when I sew.
That's a whole different,
I sew by
situation.
finger. I tried it. A button came out, and stuff, and do the old fashioned way, put a needle and, like, the needle in the thread, the little
Uh,
hole, and they go, before you know it, like, "Ugh! Ah, didn't work out." How
well,
did
I've
you?
been sewing. Let's see, I'm gonna be 45 this year. I've been sewing since I was 19. I've had my business, my clothing company since I was 19. So before I had my dance studio, I was already sewing. I had my first store when I was 20, first clothing store.
My God, young and successful. My God, that's great. That's great.
So, and
I
I love
mean, I
sewing. I
mean,
do what I love. I love to sew. I love to dance. I love to teach. I love teaching sewing classes. I love teaching dance. I just love to teach. I love to spread the word, spread the love.
okay, I got a question for you.
That's what I love.
Okay, we're gonna spread some love here. I got a question for you about that. Okay, sewing and teaching, sewing and teaching, teaching and sewing. How does the two? I mean, I know there it's like two different types of industries and stuff, but like, how did this? You started out at 19. Okay, how did your passion for sewing and then the skills that you acquired? How are those skills that sewing is transferable to you, dancer? Is that a fair question to ask?
It's absolutely a fair
Okay.
question. Well, I make costumes for other dancers and for myself. So I provide a service to other dancers and other dance teachers and other dance teams as well. So it kind of goes hand in hand together. Um,
Okay.
it's two separate businesses, but at the same time, they can work in conjunction with each other. So I have a chance to work with dancers, uh, not only on the instructional standpoint, I have a chance to work with other instructors, other dance team directors, and it just creates a different aspect all the way around.
Okay. Okay. How old were you when you first started to dance? You first started to dance like salsa, bachata. Like how? What? How old were you? If you don't mind me asking, when you first started
19,
19 to dance? Oh, so
19,
oh, okay.
19. And the thing is that that was my 19. That was my. Let me see. That was. Let me see. They call. I had a call coming. I was 19 when I started dancing salsa. Okay. Now I was 17 when I started sewing. Okay.
Gotcha.
I started my sewing business when I was 19. I started dancing for fun because that's what I love. I love the music when I was 19. So I met my best friend at the club that I used to teach at back some years ago, or the club that I first started dancing at. And her name was China. She used to teach at a staple in Baltimore called the Latin Palace. It was a club that was open for maybe 20 something years, maybe 25 years. Everybody used to go to the Latin Palace in Baltimore. Um, that it closed down back maybe about 7 or so years ago. I can't remember exactly when, but it was the place to be. Let me see. It was the place to be all the time. And so I met her there. Um, and she used to teach there. And I used to just sit in the corner. Honey, I was sitting over there in the corner, at the table, like just watching. I'm like, I wish I can do that. I wish I can do that. And one of these days I'm gonna get to do it. And she came over one day and she said, Mom, why you always sitting every time you come here, you just sit at that same table and you just sit and you just watch. I said, because I just enjoy the music and I just enjoy watching everyone dance. Well, why don't you dance? She says. I said, because I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. I love the music, but I don't know. I was 19, right? I go on there and watch it. She said, come here. She grabbed me up on the dance floor, pulled me up there. She said, just follow me. You don't have to do anything. Just feel my lead and just follow me. I said, okay. And I've always been into music because my father's a musician. I grew up around music. Me and my sisters grew up singing in the choirs and different places. My dad used to have us singing all over the place. We like we was the Jackson Five or something, but we were the hype sisters. It was three of us going around doing our thing. He would have us singing in churches, clubs. We would be everywhere. But music has always been a part of me. Music has always touched my soul, and so has dance. You know, it just transpired into that, and that's where it is. So I learned from her. She had originally taught me. We started dancing socially first. Getting out there, just going out to the club. I wasn't taking formal classes or anything like that. It was just I was out there just feeling the music, going out there, just doing my thing. Once I learned it was on and popping. Everybody was asking, "Hey, you want to dance? You want to dance?" I'm like, "Yes, let's go." I was out there every weekend out dancing. That was like I just couldn't wait to go out. I think my thing was either every Friday, every other Friday, I would go out dancing to the Latin Palace. I'm like, this is my thing. At the time, I was married to my children's father, so this was some years ago. But that was a little agreement. Like, okay, I got my every other Friday. I'm going out, and you go out every other Saturday or whatever day I don't go, you go, and then we have our day together. That's how it would go down. So I'm like, I'm going out dancing. That was my thing, and I loved it. And I mean, it's still my thing. I mean, it turned into what I do for a living full time, you know.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
my best friend China, ended up starting the business together, Baltimore Salsa Dance Company, 15 years ago. Okay. Um, and she passed in, bless her soul, she passed in 2016. She passed away in 2016. Yeah. So I decided to continue and keep the business going and everything that we said, why we wanted to start the business so we can spread the love of Latin dance to everyone around Baltimore and beyond. And that was the goal. And that's still the goal. That anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. It doesn't have to be for a certain particular um, group of people. It doesn't have to be for um, the but dance is for everyone. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say dance is for everyone. And my goal is to spread that love of dance to everyone that I can. Everyone that I can. I love bachata. I love what you're doing with your group. Cool folks who love bachata. I remember when you first invited me to the group. I said I like this group. I think it was around during the pandemic or something. Had to be like before the pandemic or around. It was something around there. We were all looking for things to do and things to get involved in. And I really enjoyed your
Yeah.
group because I think a lot of people were also posting a lot of videos in there too in your group.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
started
Like,
out. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, during the pandemic, Tabitha, I used to live in Texas during the pandemic. Actually, right before the pandemic, because in Texas, like we didn't really take it serious about the stuff
hmm
until like it hit New York, and then it hit us, and then so they were like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" So, I, on my deathbed, if I can say that in a nice way, because I was I couldn't breathe for like 4 months and stuff, and just like most people and stuff, I was starving. I didn't go to the hospital and stuff. I just
hmm
like, God, take me, but wait, before you take me, I got to do something very special for the world's greatest dancers. Said, Lord, before you take me, I'm going to create a platform, and it's going to be called Cool Folks Who Love the Bachata. That what kept me alive for mentally while I was
Yeah.
bedbound. And I fell into depression. I was isolated. I was alone. People were like, oh, don't go see Roswell. Family were like, don't go there, because you're going to get, no one knew what, COVID was. It was like,
Yeah.
something from 1400, like, don't even open the
Right.
door where he is. You're going to die. I was a lonely man, depressed, sad, thinking about all of these thoughts like, oh, God, just take me. This is what saved me, Tabitha. And I want everyone to know this. The main reason I created Cool Club, so you guys can share your postings and stuff. But you guys ever heard that dancing saves a man's life?
Dance.
This platform, this platform saved my, helped me recover from the COVID and such. And I'm like, so I said, when I recover, I'm going to do something conditional. I'm not, I'm just have you guys post your stuff, do events, and one day I'm going to go later, long time to work up the courage. So, what I'm trying to say, dance has a way of saving all of us, right, Tabitha? Whether it's from a mind over body, like I talked about with Maria last week when we went live. People, can,
Mhm.
some people are somebody come to a dance hall or dance club. You don't know where they're coming from, right, Tabitha? You don't
Right.
know if they're in relationship, maybe a broken marriage, maybe they were thinking about killing themselves, but the music said we have no idea,
Exactly.
So for you to do what you do at such a young age and to keep it up and to keep the recently 2016, I mean, love doing. You're not
Yeah.
just woman, but then again, not everything. I can just, I just know that. I mean, you just seem, there are people I can see right through them, and I can see that. Oh God, we're gonna have an event today. We're gonna have an event tomorrow. Money, money, money. And there are those people that, hey, hey, you're one of them. I could just feel it in your heart, and that's what I respect. So let me ask you something. Um, about you have boys. You have congratulations on being a mom, a successful mom, a dancer. My God, you do it all. Whew. Okay, children that are going to come up to you. Okay, maybe your sons. I don't know if they're ready to. Children who might come up to you and they're going to say, "Tabitha, I am dead serious. about becoming the next world's famous dancer, even if it means I'm going to leave home. Tell the little one, and you know they're honest with you because you of all people were you're a professional. You can tell, you can look at a child's eye and you can be like, I can see he or she is on that path. So how what would your honest response be to the little one
To go for their
who's going to do
dreams,
it? Okay.
to shoot for their dreams, shoot for the stars and go for their dreams. And don't give up.
Okay.
Don't give up. No matter how many times that you, even if you get knocked down, that's gonna happen. That's a part of life. It's just a part of life. Get back up and try again. Just get back up. Don't stop. Keep going. And I'm gonna say that to the little girl that's just getting started. But you know what? I'm also gonna say that to the older person that's out there and say, you know what? I always wanted to dance, but I just never been. I don't think that I never had an opportunity to do that. Or maybe now is your opportunity because it's not. It's for anyone. If it's something that you want to do, get out there and do it. Don't let nothing hold you back. Just keep going. Fall down, get up, try again. Don't give up. Doesn't matter who you are. The little girl that's just getting started, the 80-year-old, the 80-year-old that says, you know what? I never danced before. Ever. I'll tell you one thing. My grandmother used to dance with my grandfather back in the day. They used to do their jitterbug and all that, back in the day. Um, my grandmother hadn't danced in years, years. And on her, I'm trying to think which birthday it was. I think it was a few years ago. I can't remember exact. I don't want to say the exact birthday it was, but the birthday she had not danced in a long while. It had been definitely at least 30 something, 40 years or whatever since the last time she danced. I got one of my teachers, Morris Jackson. He's a good friend of mine. He's also my one of my business advisors for my business, and he also runs dancing on the waterfront in Georgetown. So
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
the organizer, one of the organizers for the dancing on the waterfront. Got him to come in. He teaches our kizomba classes as well. He came to my grandmother's on her birthday and danced with her. I said, you know what, Morris, I just want you to do something for my grandmother for her birthday. He said, I would love to. I brought him over there. I said, Granny, I got a surprise for you. And she says, what? I said, you gonna dance? She said, no, I'm not gonna dance. I said, yes, you are. He said, come on here. He got her, he got her up out the chair, turned some music on, and she danced. And she said, I don't know if I'm gonna be able. He said, I got you. She was holding on to him. He had her nice and secure, made her feel good, and she danced. She hadn't danced in years, but you don't know how much that you don't know how that brightened her up, how happy that made her, to be able to do it. And for me to be able to bring him there to get to dance with her, and he came. It was a wonderful experience. It was really good. It was really nice.
Yeah, you have to tell this to my. You have to tell this to my mom. She's 80 years old. Grouchy, grouchy, grouchy. Mom, did you hear that? Did you hear what Tabitha just? Oh, never mind. She's complaining as always. Ah, but
Let
no,
me see. Let me see your mom. Let me see her. Tell her
she's
to come over here and say.
all the way in the
Tell her to come
bathroom.
over here. Tell her to
Yeah,
come over here and say hi.
yeah. My mom is like just grouchy old person.
Tell your mom. Tell your mom I said hello.
Mom, you want to come say hi?
Come on. I want to see you. Tell her come on over
Mom,
here.
you want to come say hi? Come say hi. There's
Let's see
4 million people. They want to say hi to you. Come say a quick hi to everyone.
Why not? You always talk about your mom. Let's see mom.
Yeah, now
I
she's full
hear her. I hear her. She says she coming. I hear her.
osteoporosis, so it takes a while for her to
Yeah.
walk. But she slowly come. Don't worry. I got a few minutes left with Tabitha before she goes.
Yeah.
Um, um, Morris Jackson. Like Morris is he's been sharing his postings on our Cool Folks Love the Bachata um, webpage. So knowing that you mentioned him, he's one person I should definitely reach out to see if he would go live with me because I'm trying to put together a roster of
Uh-huh.
people to go live with me. So I'm happy that you mentioned. Yeah. Um, okay. So come 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 say say a quick hello to everyone. Tabitha, I'm gonna kill you, Tabitha. Say hi to my mom. Say hi to my mom.
Let
Say
me see. Hey, Mom, how you doing?
Morning,
How you
dear.
doing today?
Good, but I didn't even come and brush my hair.
That's okay. It's all right. You still
I'm
look
tired.
beautiful. And you still look beautiful. Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
I'll
Yes,
be
you do.
81 years this year.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's well, you look beautiful. Yes, you do.
thank
You
you.
too.
Say
Your
so,
son
my
always
mom.
talking about how he take care of you. That's awesome. That's amazing.
I'm a
Okay.
happy summer.
All
Okay.
right.
With both.
Okay, you too.
Okay. Okay, Tabitha. Okay. Say. Okay, mom. Okay, go back to bed. Okay. Let's say.
Mhm.
Let's say. There's a big event happening on a Saturday night, right? Okay.
Mhm.
And there's five organizers, five of the world's top organizers, right? John, Peter, Ed, Rashid,
Mhm.
Cassandra. I know diversity here,
Okay.
right? But I know we're they're all friends and they're big shot organizers. Saturday night they live
Okay.
5 miles radius within one another, right? It could be any
Okay.
city, Miami, New York, Paris, Baltimore, wherever, and they have this big event, right?
Mhm.
And I have to go. All of us have to go. Morris have to go. My mom have to go. We have to decide which of these events we're going to go to and how long we're going to spend. Like spend 2 hours here with John, hop an Uber, go uptown with Mary for 5 minutes, all the way downtown with Edward for like 5 hours. Then hop on an Uber, go back uptown, hang out with Rashid for 2 minutes. Before you know it, you didn't dance with a man, I didn't dance with a woman, and we have to go home and sleep. So I guess my question to you is, in a perfect world,
Mhm.
how could this have been better situated? Like, could these five organizers have found a better way to make things a little easier, not only for us, but for them? Because it doesn't make sense when only one person shows up here, two-person shows up there, each
Hmm.
one of them spend, 5,000,
Maybe they should
Yeah.
have won. Either they could have combined events
Okay.
and get everybody in one spot,
Okay.
or two, they could have looked at each other's schedules to see what was going on when and just be courteous to one another. See, I don't even. I used to be a promoter where I was one of those promoters, and I was always trying to figure out how in the world why, I'm holding this event on Saturday, but such and such is holding their event too. And then what's the name is holding their event, and now we're not going to get good attendance because this one and this one. Mm-mm. I don't even do it anymore. As far as like the events, I host one event, one monthly event for my students once a month, and I don't do it because I have a studio that I need to run and direct, and my dance teams and my company and my classes outside of my company where I teach at other schools and colleges. I don't even have time for the whole event thing. I leave that up to the ones that do it. And for me, I tell my students go wherever they want to go. Go where you want to go. There's so many different events that's happening sometimes at the same time. You know what I do sometimes? Go home.
Oh, okay. I was like, ooh.
No,
Oh,
that's terrible,
okay.
right? It's terrible. But sometimes when there's too many going on, I can't decide. I can't choose. I don't know which one I want to go to. Sometimes I might go to all of them. And that's another reason why I don't want to be a promoter, no, be a promoter that hosts events anymore, which I used to be in that, but I don't do it anymore because now I have more options available. I say if they want to have all these options, that's fine, but they really need to look at uh, they need to look at the location. They need to look at What other events are happening on those same days, on a regular basis? Do you really want that type of competition? Or should you join up together maybe with a couple other promoters and host a night where all your students can come together and everybody can have a night of fun? You know, you can have an event on one side of town and have another event on another side of town. Maybe they don't interact with each other. Maybe that's fine. But if you're gonna have one right here and have another one around the corner, that's not gonna work.
Gotcha.
They need to look at all of that. They need to see. I'm glad I'm not even in that mix no more. I'm not. My goal is not that. My goal is the education
Hmm.
and continuing to spread the love, but also not just the love, the education of dance.
Yeah, and I always ask everyone that question because I just feel bad because, like, I love all of you guys, and I sometimes I have to like, like go to this event, that event, da 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 da. Before you know it, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, I'm tired.
so I'm like, what's going on here?
Tired.
Like, what's
I mean, the thing is that there's options. At least there are options. You can go this place and that place and that place. There's options. So on one end, it's a good thing that there's so many options of places to go. But on another end, it diminishes the amount of people that are there to social dance in a particular area. So just got to play it.
well, what I
That makes a difference.
What I do now, I don't tell people like where I am now anymore, Tabitha. You remember like 3 years ago when I opened up my Cool Folks? I used to tell people, "Oh yeah, here I'm in New York, I'm in Miami," so people show up to their events. So I'm like, now I just don't say anything. I just show up. I'm like, "Hey, do you remember me? I'm cool, man. Who loves the bachata?" People look at me. They're like, "You're alive." Like I was in Atlanta for 1 year. I just came back to New York for the summer. You can imagine the look on everyone's in New York, their face. They're like, whoa, 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 where have you been for a year? You're alive. Let's ask you that question first. You're alive. So I just showed up because, look, I don't want to. Anyway, um,
Mm-mm-mm.
okay. I know you have to go soon. Let me ask you, please tell everyone about some upcoming events. In addition to the DCBA, and I'm going to be, I'll be there. What other
Exactly.
events can you please share with everyone that you would like them to be
Let's
aware
see.
of?
What do we have going on right now? And our classes are our school is in Catonsville, Maryland. So it's BSDC, Latin African Cultural Dance Institute. If you don't know what the BSDC stands for, it stands for the Baltimore Salsa Dance Company, which is our original company that we started before we actually opened our school. Our studio's name was Dance and Artistic Expressions, but we're leaning more over into our BSDC Institute now. Um, we have a summer refresher courses that are happening right now. So these are drop-in friendly type classes, or you're looking for their in-betweener classes. So we have levels to our classes. They're progressive in nature, but you can drop into only this month for August. In September, our fall session is starting, and we're back to we hold 16-week sessions and level-based classes of dance instruction and salsa on one, salsa on two, traditional bachata, bachata fusion, and other styles as well. Outside of our summer refresher courses, we have an upcoming workshop this Saturday with David Cuevas coming up. We're holding summer intensive technical workshops, and we just had one this past Saturday with Orlando Machuca. So if you know Orlando from the DC area, he was just at our studio this past Saturday and he taught a class crossing the bridge between on one and on two. So we brought that for salsa. And we have another workshop this Saturday with David Cuevas, and that one is styling for men, lead and follow styling, and how to apply it in your partner work. So that's going to be pretty interesting. Our anniversary party for 15-year anniversary for Baltimore Salsa Dance Company is August 19th. I will post more information in the link on our classes, on our upcoming events and workshops, as well as our anniversary party that's coming up. Um, and again, where our anniversary party is also our fundraising event for our new building fund because we are trying to obtain a new school a new building for our school. So I'll post that link there too. So be sure to check out all of our links, check out our upcoming events, upcoming classes, upcoming workshops, and what our school and what our company has to offer in the Baltimore and the DMV area.
Oh, Tyrese, such an angel. I want to come right down, give you a big hug, give you a big
Oh,
restful hug. I'm just. Let me just say, yeah, I just want to say real quickly, thank you for saying all of that, and thank you for sharing the posting and the reminders on the Cool Folks Who Love to Pachata webpage. And you can always, you know that, right? You can post whatever you want to post and stuff because sometimes, there's 2,900 of you now. It's grown as of this summer. So sometimes I forget who's supposed to add it. Just names randomly come up to my head and I post them. But yeah, yeah, please. That's a good idea.
oh
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Don't forget about DCBX too. I forgot DCBX.
Yeah.
DCBX coming up at the end of August. I'll be teaching, and my team, new Salsa on Two team is performing there, and we'll be teaching a couple workshops there. So be sure to see us there too. And I'll see you there, Roswell. Won't you be there?
I'll definitely be there. Oh my God.
Okay, save me a dance,
I'm
man.
coming to
Save
give
me a
you a hug
dance.
in person.
Uh-uh.
I was like,
Bachata. Save me a bachata.
the security guard's gonna be like, "What? You again? The crazy man?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm here to see Tabitha." Mm. Okay,
All the
now,
security guards, they all know me. I go by. They be like, you back again? I be like, you already know.
cool man who loves a bachata in DC. Real quickly before you go, I just have to make this quick announcement before my good friend Brandy, you beats the crap out of me. She is one of our members, and I love her a lot. And she went live with me a couple of weeks ago. She's always supporting me with the videos and need to do this. I'm reading her message. I forgot to mention one of her
Mhm.
announcements before I announced everything. So forgive me, Tabitha. But guys, Brandy, if you're
Okay.
listening, I'm making an announcement now. Okay, so Brandy Benner, one of Cool Folks Love the Bachata member, who I seriously respect. She's having her and her colleagues are having a dance bucket October 2023 in Costa Rica, and the in Vienna, November 23rd to the 27th, which is a weekend of my birthday. So those two events are happening. Check with Brandy. She has discounts for members of Cool Folks Who Love to Bachata. Thank you, Brandy, for offering that. So she's giving away discounts for members of Cool Folks. So check with her, check with her colleagues for that. And Brandy, if you're listening, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And thank all of you, Tabitha and Lee, and I mean, all of you guys that always offering stuff, posting videos, whatever. I mean, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to all of you guys. Okay, all of you guys. Okay, Tabitha, I know you got to go. What are some last? How would you like to leave this? What are some last minute words that you would like to leave? As we closed the video interviews for 2023, you're the last one to go live with me until September, and I come back in the fall. Talk with me more, but everything. It's all yours. Go, take it away. How last words.
Um, I almost forgot too. We have myself and Steven Jackson. We have a new piece that's coming out, a new duet that's coming out, and we will be debuting it at the St. Louis Salsa Congress. You don't want to miss that one. Last words. So for my last words, I would say if you're interested in getting into dance, or you haven't done it in a while, or you just want to get back out there again, or you've never done it before, now is the time. Don't wait. Get out there and do it now. It's nothing holding you back. Only person holding you back is you. So get out there, get into some classes, get out there, and get some dancing then. You know? Just get out there and do it. That's what I'm gonna say.
Only my mom was holding me back. I was like,
Okay,
Flavor
well,
is holding me
and
back.
even if
It's your mom.
I'm gonna say if it's not dance, if whatever brings you joy, get out there and do it. Whether it be dance, whatever it is that you love to do what you love and love what you do.
And this is what I love
I
to
had a
do.
mic, I drop it. I dropped mic, drop mic.
You're wonderful. You're wonderful. Definitely love what you love to do. I'm doing it. I mean, almost I'm approaching my senior citizen years, and I'm finally going live with you, Tabitha, and the rest of our friends from Cool Folks. This is what I love to do. Pa-
Well, thank you
Passionate.
for having me here.
You're an angel. Thank you for your last minute words, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so so much. Okay, and I'll see you in a couple weeks. Okay.
All right, sounds good. See ya.
Have a good night. Okay. Bye bye.
All right, you too. Bye.